So hello everyone, we are continuing with CATIA lectures and we have almost completed the sketcher. Some one or two commands are remaining and then we are going to start with part modeling today. So to start with, I'm going to draw one sketch here. Select the plane, say sketch. We are going to draw one rectangle as well as one circle here. We have not defined the sketches here. We'll say just exit workbench. As we say exit workbench, we are out of the sketch. Now we are in the part modeling zone. So after coming in part modeling zone, I want one reference plane. Reference plane means an extra plane except front, top and right. So we are going to take a reference of front plane so as to take a new plane. So I'm going to select this plane option, say this plane as a reference plane, and now we need to put the distance. The type of plane we are taking here is offset from plane. That's why we have selected the front plane here. You just need to put up the distance. So I'm going to take this distance as 600 mm. So now we can see one plane is coming at 600 mm distance. We are going to activate this by saying sketch, fit all in, and now we can see the sketches we have made earlier can be seen in background. We have activated the new plane here which we have taken. We can see it on model tree also, plane 1. Now I want these sketches to be drawn on this plane also. These previous sketches I want to be converted in this active plane. So for that we are having one command here, that is project sketches. Now project sketches is only useful when we have one sketch on another plane and we want the same sketch to be drawn on the new plane also. So for that we can say project sketch. It is used in 3D also. I'm going to select this project sketch here and we are going to select this rectangle lines, this top line and this second line. Now we can see these two lines are being projected. We'll tilt the plane here. You can see this rectangle. It is being shown here. These two lines are being projected here. If I again continue or double click on this, so these other lines will also be projected. I'm going to click on this circle also. So we can see this circle is also being projected on this new plane. So in this way we can use project entities. Again, if I want one plane here, say exit sketch, go for this plane option from reference element toolbar, select the reference plane and put up the distance we require for the offset. So I'm going to take this time as 300 mm, select the plane, say sketch. Again, if I want to project this rectangle and circle, just double click on project to entities. Now this project to entities tool come under operations toolbar. So I'm going to select these lines here to be projected for the rectangle then circle. Now we can see this previous sketches are being projected to this new plane also now. So in this way we can use project entities and reference plane. There are multiple ways of taking reference planes. We have seen only one by using offset plane option. We will see the other methods as we proceed in the part modeling. Now we are going to start with extrude boss and extrude cut. These are the first 3D commands which we are going to see here. Say exit sketch. We'll take new file here. Say file, part design. I'll say extrude. Say OK. Now we are in part modeling interface. And the toolbar which we are going to see here is sketch base features. In that we are going to see this extrude boss and extrude cut commands. So for that we are going to make some sketches and then going to extrude it. For that we need to make these sketches that are completely closed. If we take open sketches, only thickness will be added. So I'm going to take one closed profile here. I'll say this top plane for the sketch. Take this center rectangle. We have drawn this center rectangle. Just double click and put up the dimensions here. I'm going to say 300 mm and this vertical dimension we are going to take here as 140. Now one completely constraint sketch is been shown here. We are going to say exit sketch or exit workbench. This is the toolbar for exit workbench. We can see the symbol here, upper red arrow. Just select and say exit workbench. And now we are going to go for this command, that is pad. Select this pad option and we can see this material is been added here. Now we need to put up the length for adding the material. The extrusion height we are going to take here is 60 mm. Now we can see this part has been extruded by 60 mm, means material is been added linearly. Now we can see the edges are not visible. So to display the edges, we have this option here, that is shading with material and view tab. So in this view tab, we are going to select this cylindrical icon here, and we have this multiple ways of showing the part. So I'm going to select this third one, shading with edges without smooth edges. Now we can see the edges are being displayed. Next, if I want to edit the extrusion here, now this extrusion was taken only at one side, the above side. If I double click it here, we have this option, that is mirror extent. So whatever dimension we have taken here, that is 60 mm, will be mirrored at the opposite side also, and the total extrusion will be of 120 mm. But if I want 60 mm extrusion only, then we are going to put up this half value here. I'm going to say 30, means 30 above and 30 below side. So the total distance of extrusion will be 60. So whatever extrude you want, if you want it on both the sides and the plane to come at mid side, then put up the half value of the extrusion. The total will come the same as you require. I'm going to say preview and then say OK. Now the 60 mm extrusion is been taken, and that is taken from the plane at both the sides. Means plane is coming at the middle and this extrusion is taken symmetrically. So this was pad. Again, if I want to edit this feature, that is pad, just open it in model tree and double click on the feature. We can double click on the part also so as to edit the feature. I'm going to click it in the model tree here. Double click on the feature. This editing option will come again. If I don't want it to be mirrored, if I want in only one direction to be taken, I'm going to say 30 at the first direction, say preview, and then we can click on this option, that is more, and in the second direction, means second limit, we can put up the different value. So I'm going to take 60 mm here, 60 mm, say OK. Now we can see 30 mm it is coming above and 60 mm it is coming below the sketch. So this is non-symmetric extent. Pad has been taken at both the sides non-symmetrically, above 30 and below 60. If I want to reverse the direction, now it is taking below 30 and above 60. So we can go for both the options here, say preview and say OK. We'll take it symmetrically only. For that, double click it again and put up the second limit option, say mirror extent, say preview and OK. Now it is coming 60 mm, is 30 mm above and 30 mm at the lower side. Next, if I want to cut the material here, so I'm going to say pocket. So pocket, we need to draw the sketch first. So I'm going to select the face. Now we can select the face as a plane to draw the sketches. Any flat face can be taken. We'll draw one rectangle here. We are going to position this sketch properly. Make it constraint first and then go for the pocket. So double click. Say 40 as this dimension, say 60 and this as 50. Now all the values are been put up and the sketch is been shown constraint here. Say exit and go for the pocket option. Pocket means we are going to remove the material linearly. You just need to put up the depth. So I'm going to take this depth here as 60 mm. So the extrusion was of 60 and depth is also of 60, that's why it is coming throughout. I'll double click it here. Instead of 60, I'm going to say 30 mm only, and we can see the cutout is being shown with depth of 30. If I double click on this feature, we can double click it in model tree also, so we can edit it. So in editing, again I'm going to say the limit as up to last. Up to last means through all. Now if I want one plane from this face as a reference plane, go for this option, that is reference element, select the plane option, select the face from which we want the reference plane to be taken and put up the value here. I'm going to say as 90 mm, select the plane, say sketch. Now we are going to draw the sketch on this plane. If I click on this normal view, it will flip the direction of the body. Now we are going to draw the sketch. So I'm going to take center rectangle here, say exit. And now we want to pad this sketch till the surface here. So select the command, that is pad, and this time we are going to take this limit option as up to surface and we are going to select this surface here. So this extrusion has been taken up to surface. Say preview and OK. So this up to surface, we have to show the surface as a limit to be extruded. This option is very useful here. Again, we are going to select this sketch, say circle, say exit sketch, and we are going to say pocket, reverse side. Now in pocket, we are going to select this up to plane option and select the plane here. Select the reference sketch, preview, and we can see here up to this plane. The depth of the cut will be up to plane, as we have taken the first limit option as up to plane. Say OK here. And now if I want to show it in wireframe, just select on this view tab and select the second last option, that is wireframe, and we can see this circular cutout is coming up to plane here, up to this plane. You can see it here, this sketch and the plane. Again we'll change the view style, say as shading with edges. So this was up to plane option. For next we are going to select the plane again and say sketch. We are going to draw one sketch here, say exit, go for pad option again and say up to next. It will by default grasp the next face and extrude it or pad it till the next face. Say OK. So these were the options in pad and pocket. Now we will see the subtypes of pad and pocket, that is multi-pad and multi-pocket. So to start with, I am going to draw one sketch here, and in this sketch we are going to draw two profiles. First I am going to take one rectangle, second circle. Make sure these two sketches does not intersect each other, or else the feature multi-pocket or multi-pad will not be applied. So we have these two sketches. Now the speciality of this command is that we can extrude both these sketches at different sizes at one time only. Means if I go for regular pad, say exit sketch and go for regular pad option, select this sketch, both these sketches will be extruded or may apply the pad feature of the same size. But if I go for multi-pad option, that is this option in third number, multi-pad, and select this sketch, now we can apply extrusion or pad size of different for both the sketches. So I'm going to select the extrusion 1. As soon as I click on this option, that particular profile will be shown in blue color here. So I'm going to select this extrusion 1 first. This is that rectangle. Now we are going to say the value for this extrusion. I'm going to take it as 60 mm. Select this second. Now this is circle. We can see the blue color has been highlighted on the circle here. We'll select the length for the pad as 120 this time for circle. So we can see here both these sketches can be made pad at different sizes. Say OK. We can also do this for pocket. So for pocket I'm going to make two sketches more here. Say sketch on this face. Select center rectangle. Then select the circle. Say exit. Then go for this pocket option. Multi-pocket. Select this sketch, any one sketch. Now extrusion sizes are available. As soon as you select the first one, it will be highlighted in blue color, showing which profile has been selected. So the rectangle has been selected here. I'm going to select this pocket for rectangle as 20 mm. Second one is circle. I'm going to select as 35 mm. Say preview, and we can see both these pocket shapes have been coming but at different depths. This rectangular pocket is of 20 mm and the circle one is of 35 mm depth. Say it OK. So this way multi-pad and multi-pocket option. I'm going to take new part here. Say OK. Select this sketch. Go for the drawing here. I'm going to take two circles. This first one and this will be second one. Both the circles have been taken concentric, but they are not intersecting each other. You just need to keep that in mind that sketches should not intersect each other. So we'll put up the values here. Say double click on dimension or constraint toolbar. I'll say this as 200 mm. Say OK. And this one we are going to take as 140 mm. I'll say 120 mm only. Next, say exit. And we are going to go for this multi-pad option. Select the sketches. Now it is taking pad only. So we can see here the inner sketch is taken as a cutout and the outer one is taken as an extrude. I'm going to cancel this regular pad option, then go for the multi-pad option here. Now select these sketches. See this first one, we can see the internal circle. I'm going to take the extrusion length as 120. Say preview. I'll increase it more here. I'll say 160. Next, second extrusion. We are going to take it as 30 only. Say preview. So we can see one flange type profile has been coming here. So this was multi-pad option again. We are not able to see these edges here. So I'm going to select this view option again. Go for this third option, that is shading with edges, and the edges are now visible. Both the circles are being made pad but of different sizes. So this was multi-pad and multi-pocket option here. Now one more type is remaining in pocket and pad, that is draft pad and draft pocket. For that we are going to draw one model here. We'll take center rectangle, put up the values for the rectangles here. I'll say 300 mm. This side as 160. Making the sketch fully constrained, we'll say exit sketch or exit workbench. Next we are going to add the material, say pad. I'm going to say 90 mm. Now on this face we are going to draw one sketch. I'll say center rectangle again. Put up the values, making the sketch constrained, say 50, and this value as 35. Also at the reference dimension from origin, double click on constraint, say 70, and now the sketch is completely constrained. Say exit sketch. First we are going to see draft filleted pad, means extrusion will take place. The material will be added here in pad form, as well as the sides will be drafted by some angle, and the corners will be filleted. Sharp edges will be filleted by default. So you just need to put up the values there. Select the command draft filleted pad. Now the first limit it is taking as 90. We just need to add the second limit, and the second limit will be the surface from where we have made the sketch. So this will be the second limit. We can see here this pad is been added by 90 mm. Now if I want to make the angle as 5 degrees, we'll put up the value here as 5 degrees here. Say preview. Now we can see here all the corners and sharp edges are been filleted. Lateral radius means the corner radius, that is this vertical corners all, and the first limit radius will be the upper side radius, and the second limit radius will be the lower side radius. Now this draft angle is taking place from upper side, from the limit 1 to the lower side, that is up to limit 2, and the draft direction is coming outside. That's why the faces are being drafted at outer sides. If I want to change the limit, I'll say second limit. You will see the difference here. Now the draft is taking place from the bottom side, that is from limit 2, to the upper side, that is up to limit 1. And the draft angle is taking place on the faces at inwards, at inner sides. From bottom to top at inner sides. If I say first limit, then from top to bottom at outer sides. So in this way, you can change this limit here as well as the draft direction. But suppose if I want, instead of inner sides, I want the draft angle to be taken at outer sides, then you just need to put the minus sign here, say minus 5 degrees. So it is taking minus 5 degrees outside. And now if I go for edit feature again, double click it here. Now it will not show the interface of draft filleted pad, it will show the interface of draft command. So if you want to continue with the same interface that was been shown earlier, then I'll undo it and again go for draft filleted pad. So this is the first limit and this will be the second limit. Say 5 degrees draft preview. Now if I want this draft angle which is coming outer sides from upper limit to lower limit, if I want the draft angle to be shifted at inner sides, again I'll say minus 5 as we have done for the second limit previously. Say minus and say OK. Now it is coming at the inner sides now, draft. So this was the draft filleted pad. Now if I want to change the fillet dimensions again, you just need to click the fillet here, double click on it, and you can see this lateral fillets are being shown, that were vertical fillets. If I want to change the value, I'll say 6, and for the first limit I'll say 3, for the second limit I'll say 2. So in this way you can update the fillet sizes also. Same way we can do it here. I'll double click and instead of minus 5 I'll say 5 degrees only. Same way we can use this draft filleted pocket. You just need to make one sketch. So I'll make one sketch here. Say rectangle again. We can go for any shape. We are taking rectangle here so as to show you the lateral fillets. Say draft filleted pocket. Select. I'm going to say the depth here as 45. Now the depth we have shown as 45 will be the first limit. I'll say instead of 45, I'll say 65. This will be the first limit. And now the second limit will be from where the sketch has been made. The surface on which this sketch has been made will be second limit. Say preview. We can see here this draft filleted pocket is coming here. If I want to change the lateral radiuses, so I'll say this value as 6 degrees. First limit radius I'll say 5 degrees and second limit I'll say 4 degrees. Say preview and this changes. Limit 1 radius will be at bottom side, limit 2 radius will be at upper side. If I want to change and say second limit here, say preview. Now the draft angle will be from outer to inner. And for the first one, it will be from inner to outer. So in this way, you can apply this draft filleted pocket. Say OK and finish. So these are also type of pad and pocket only. That's why we have seen these types also here. So this was the day 6 starting with 3D. We have seen pad, pocket and subtypes. We'll continue with the upcoming further lectures for CATIA series. So keep continue learning and subscribe the channel 4 Dimensions Infotech.